Look, I have to talk to them, Frank. Look, Charlie, I know why he's here. And I have some things to tell you that I'm sure Frank hasn't said.
Mrs. Ryan, this is by way of being a closed session.
Look, this is very, very important.
Now, hold on a minute, Charlie.
Let's hear what the lady has to say. You're Frank Ryan's wife, isn't that right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Joe, if that's the way you want it. Let me introduce you, Mrs. Ryan. These are some of our companions in crime. This is Joe Feldman, Lorna Thomas, Ray Castro. Behind you, Bob Hicks and Walter Meade.
Right. It's very, very nice to meet all of you people. You know, I know you're all so busy. Thank you for seeing me. You know, I know you've all been considering the trouble that Frank is in. But I've been home. Oh, I've been with the baby. And I've just been stewing. That Frank could actually come here and take all the blame. You know, he really hasn't said things the way they are. Look, Frank, it's all right. Look, these are good people. They'll understand. I'm embarrassed to say this, but, look, there were certain problems in our marriage. And I'm afraid that they were caused by me. See, when we were married, we were first so happy, you know, and I just couldn't believe it. But then I don't know what happened. I just got so scared that something was going to change all of that. And Frank started law school. You see, I hated that. See, instead of being behind him and helping him like I should have been, I was just nagging him. And I nagged him and I nagged him until I drove him out of the house. To jail. Look, this is only the beginning, though. I mean, Then he started law school. You know, I hated... Oh, law school, politics. I hated that. You know, I didn't even want to see him elected. You know, the night that he won the seat for the city council, I thought that was going to be the end of everything. But you know, that turned out to be the most wonderful night of my life. See, after the victory party, Frank took me aside, and he really talked to me. He told me everything. He told me how ashamed he was. How he really wanted to patch things up. And he wanted to have things just the way they used to be. You know, just like in the beginning.
You're right. He never mentioned that.
You see, I was so stupid. You know, I didn't think that law school and politics had any place in our life at all. I thought it would ruin our marriage. But, you see, I haven't lost Frank. Do you know that we are closer now than we have ever been before? Really? You know, Jill is really just a thing of the past. We've made a fresh start, right? Frank, I'm sorry. You know, Frank hates to have personal things said about him in public, but I really thought this one time would be okay.
Nothing you say will go beyond this room, Mrs. Ryan.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, all of you. I mean, that's really so good of you. You see, I think I know Frank Ryan better than anyone in this room. And if there's one thing I know about him, it's that he's a good man. I mean, he's not perfect. I mean, I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. And he makes mistakes. But when Frank Ryan makes a mistake, at least he has the courage to own up to it. And that's exactly what he's doing here. You know, if I could just make you understand what a good father he is. What a wonderful husband he's been. You know, I am so sure that he can be as good for Riverside as he is for my baby and me.
It's a pity he wasn't good enough to come to us a little sooner.
Look, you know, Frank was really trying to protect the whole family. Now, can anybody blame him for that? You see, the one thing I know about Frank is that he puts other things ahead of him. Isn't that so, Mr. Ferris?
It's always been my impression.
And he is here today, isn't he?
That's true.
See, I've forgiven Frank. And now I really know what a good man he is. See, I want all of you to know that, too. Frank Ryan could make the best city councilman that Riverside has ever had. I just wish for my family that you would forgive him. Just let him do what he was meant to do.
It's a life-changing week for two couples.
Would you be squeamish about abducting a bride?
And
I may be able to get pregnant.
will Sam and Jason take the next step?
Do you think you want to have a baby?
Watch General Hospital weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Weekdays.
Let's get real. Here we go.
The debate is on.
Wait a minute, I'm not finished.
No one talks politics like they do.
People should be furious. Wow.
The View. Weekdays only on ABC.
You know how it is. You look in the mirror one day and you go, how am I going to lose this weight? eDiet's meal delivery from ediets.com. It's the easiest, smartest, most delicious way to eat great and finally lose the weight. I know you're thinking, eat great and lose weight? Really? Really.
You'll love the food. There's no MSG, no fake sugars.
The food tastes fantastic.
It's awesome. Very delicious.
It tastes wonderful.
Call now or go to ediets.com. Choose from over 100 fresh prepared meals, not dehydrated diet food, but really delicious food. eDiets will deliver your favorite meals and snacks in a chill fresh container.
All you have to do is relax, enjoy, and eat great, all the way to slim.
I lost 115 pounds.
65 pounds.
25 pounds.
94 pounds.
Along the way, eDiets.com gives you real support.
Terrific online tools, access to registered dietitians and trainers, and friends who care about your success.
They're there with you to hold your hand, and they really care.
Truthfully, I like everything about eDiets.
I've lost 30 pounds. All of a sudden, I find myself a changed person.
Hey, I made it to 50 pounds, and look at me now, I'm 60 pounds.
Millions of people have turned to eDiets.com to lose the weight. Now it's your turn.
Call or go to ediets.com and sign up for 7 full days of meals, 3 meals per day, fresh prepared just for you, plus snacks. So don't wait. Join eDiets. Eat great food and lose weight fast.
I believe that eDiets can change people's lives.
My husband will often say, "You're the hot wife." That's just boosted my confidence a lot.
eDiets has changed my life forever.
Call to find out how you can get 1 week of meals absolutely free. That's right. 1 week of fresh prepared food, 1 week of weight loss, 1 week of success, free.
Free? What are you waiting for? Call or go online to get started now.
Call 1-800-279-1604 or visit ediets.com now.
What are they doing in there? It shouldn't be taking this long.
Well, maybe the longer they're talking, the better it is for Frank.
Well, they must have heard him out by now. And after Frank coming to them and telling them the whole story willingly, you'd think they'd back him, wouldn't you?
Charlie will stand by him.
The wind's blowing in the right direction.
Charlie Ferris is an old friend. A friend.
I'm sure he is, but he's also a politician.
Right. I forgot how smart you were.
Stop, please.
Mr. Ryan, I was only trying to cut the tension a little.
Well, it may not be serious to you, Finelli, but it is serious to us. And we're not going to relax till we know what's been happening in there.
I'm concerned about it, too. I won't pretend it means as much to me as it does to you and your family, but I am concerned.
Yeah, sure. It'll make a great story, won't it? I can't wait to read what you write about it.
I thought we'd agreed I'm not a gossip columnist.
Jack, you come over here with me for a minute, huh?
Sure.
John, I know how you feel it. I understand that, but don't you think that you're baiting him a bit more than necessary?
I like to bait him with a baseball bat.
The more you go after him, the more she defends him. Where's your head, man?
I don't know what is going on in there.
Will you listen to me?
Sure.
He isn't going to change, Jack. He's too old and he's too used to being head of the house.
I don't know how you stood it.
He isn't usually like that. Only where the girls are concerned.
Well, I can understand that.
Can you?
Sure.
Please don't fight with him anymore. Please don't. It means so much to me not to have you cut off from my family. I cannot bear the idea of having all the people I love uptown except for you downtown.
He never lets up, Mary.
Ignore him. Pretend he isn't doing it. I know how unreasonable he can be sometimes.
You might say that, yeah.
Will you cool it, please?
Well, I'll try.
I know you can do it.
You keep getting around me, Mary Ryan.
I have to. It's so important.
Mr. Ryan.
Yeah, what is it?
I know this is a tough situation for you, and if I made things harder before, that certainly wasn't my intention.
I'm sure it wasn't.
Moreover, I don't want to be a source of any trouble between Mary and her family. One of the things I always admired about the Ryans, the way you stick together and back each other up. The way you're backing Frank right now. I respect that. Admire it.
Well, that's the way we are.
It's a fine way to be.
Look, if I was short with you, you understand why, right?
Sure.
We thank you for that.
You're a remarkably loyal wife. It's too bad the two of you didn't reach an understanding before.
But they've reached one now, Ray. And it seems to me we ought to take what Mrs. Ryan said into consideration.
I don't think it helps much, Charlie.
It certainly doesn't change the fact that he's paid blackmail.
Isn't that a bit of an overstatement?
Or the fact that we have already arrived at a decision.
Are you saying we're not to discuss this anymore, Ray? Debate is cut off?
What I'm saying is it's getting late. And it's been a long day, and this is a sad business, and we ought to get it over with.
But we can't just hurry through this. If I want to talk a little longer, I see no reason why I shouldn't.
Talk, talk, talk. We've already taken a vote.
Let's cool it for a minute, huh? Frank, would you mind waiting outside again? I'm sure we won't be long.
Sure, Charlie, but I'd like to talk to Dee for a minute. Is there somewhere we can wait in private?
Well, there's a small office out here.
Look, Frank might have loaned some money, but it was to protect his family. You know, he didn't give in to Nick Zalba when it counted. You know, he could have. Nobody ever would have known. And Frank Ryan wouldn't have had to be here tonight. You know, the one thing I can say about Frank is that he's honest. And I think that should count for something.
Thank you, Ms. Ryan.
Did I say too much?
Not at all. You simply brought some new information to our attention.
Delia, right this way. You know, it's true what she said. Frank didn't have to come to us with all this. He could have looked the other way.
Every man has his limit.
Ray, 2 days ago, you were bragging about Frank Ryan as being the greatest find since Johnny Unitas came in off the sandlots. More than that, you were saying he's smart and able and a natural vote-getter.
That was 2 days ago, but Charlie, how can we back a man that's got so many skeletons in his closet?
It's a factor to consider.
There aren't any skeletons in the closet anymore. They're all out on the table.
And they'll soon be forgotten. So Frank's had a thing with a lady lawyer on his staff. Is that such a big deal these days?
And it's all over, and he's still with his wife and baby, so why do we have to make a big deal out of it?
I don't know. But Charlie, it's tough to go on supporting a man who's been hiding so much.
Ray, that one I can answer. We can go on supporting Frank Ryan because he's the best young fella to come down the pike in this part of town in the past 20 years. We're gonna back him because he's honest and smart and tough, because the voters love him. We're gonna back him because he's doing us a favor living in this community. And I'll tell you one more reason we're gonna back him. We need him. He needs us. We can't let him down just when he needs us so badly. The day may come when we may need him, and if it does, I want us to be able to go to him and say, Frank, we stood by you when the going was rough. Now it's your turn.
Well, there's something in that.
And I say we're going to back Ryan because it's the smart thing to do, because it's the decent thing to do, and because I don't want to walk into that room and tell Frank and his wife any other answer.
Hear, hear.
Yeah. The question now is, what are we going to do?
This week, 2 big surprises. Will her father's blessing?
Life is short. Give him a shot. Go ahead.
Bring Star back to James.
My dad was right. I love you.
And Blair's getting a new man in her life.
You are even more beautiful in person.
Ted King comes to One Life to Live. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
Hair is so dry it's attracting the wrong kind of attention? Get triple nutrition from Garnier Fructis. It's moisture with essential nutrition. 3 weightless oils, avocado, olive, and shea, work deep, transforming dry hair into shiny, silky, sensational hair. Proven to make hair 3 times stronger, 3 times healthier. Proven to work in just 1 use. Nutrition makes all the difference. Triple nutrition from Garnier Fructis. It's proven to perform. Garnier, take care.
95% of all Americans aren't getting enough whole grain. But actually, it's easier than you think, because General Mills' Big G line of cereals is America's #1 source of whole grain at breakfast. There's whole grain in every box. From Chex to Cheerios to Lucky Charms. So you can get the whole grain you want with the taste you love. Get started on the whole grain you're missing with your favorite Big G cereals. Make sure to look for the white check.
Who's coming and who's going? SoapNet has a status update on your favorite stars. On General Hospital, just before he hosts the Academy Awards, critically acclaimed actor James Franco returns to wreak havoc in Port Charles.
I'm a whack job. Ask anyone.
Carrie Payton is now on staff at General Hospital as Dr. Terrell Jackson.
So it seems.
House hunter Suzanne Wang is Carol Chang, wedding planner.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
And on One Life to Live, General Hospital's Ted King is moving to Landview.
Quick.
Keep up with the latest status updates on SoapNet.
Dee, what got into you anyway? What brought on all that?
You know, you're talking like I did something bad. You know, I think I did everything just right.
Yes, well, I think you might have been very helpful, but I just don't understand why you did it.
Well, I was home, and I was thinking about your whole family here just waiting to find out what would happen to you. And I thought, regardless of anything that's happened in the past, this might be the most important meeting of your life. So I thought, well, I'll come here and I'll speak up for you, and that'll help you.
The only trouble is you didn't exactly stick to the truth.
Well, I didn't exactly think the truth would help you.
But...
Look, don't you ever give me credit for anything. You know, maybe I should have come over here and I should have said, yeah, Frank is leaving me and he's going to go off and live in sin with Jill Coleridge. What do you think your chances would have been then, huh?
Dee, you didn't even have to say anything at all, though.
Look, I've been listening to your mother and your father and Mary talk about how you didn't even have a chance.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to lie about it, though. They didn't mean you to lie.
How dare you tell me not to lie? I mean, don't you think it's just a little late to worry about lying? Look, I came here to help you. And that's exactly what I did. You know, one of those men in there really liked me.
So right now, they're in there reconsidering my case on the grounds that you and I are happily married and are staying together.
Right now, Frank, they're deciding whether you can continue on the city council and have any kind of political career.
In spite of the way I look to you, Dee, all of those people in there are my friends, and I'm not going to hold on to where I am by misleading them.
But you're not misleading them, you see. Because we're going to stay together. And we're going to be very happy.
No. That's not the way things are. And we're going to have to go tell them.
Look. Why do you have to tell them anyway? You see, they want to believe in you. So let them. Just let them believe in you, Frank. And it's going to save your whole career.
Well, it's a happy ending. And you know what they say, all's well that ends well.
They don't want to accept his resignation, no.
District leaders decided just let everything blow over and reconsider the whole matter after the dust has settled.
They're going to look the other way.
Oh. See? See, you did it. Oh, Charlie, how can I thank you?
That's a nice way.
Oh, I'm very happy.
Well, you deserve a lot of the credit, little lady.
There's just one problem, though.
Look, Frank.
No problems, Frank, no problems. You know why?
Why? Come on, tell us why.
Because they believe in your future. They think you are the greatest thing since cream cheese.
Yeah?
Oh, look, Charlie, did they say anything about the congressional nomination next year?
Well, not in so many words. It's a little early, but it's on their minds, Frank. They see you going a long, long way.
Well, that's good to hear, considering.
They're good people. They were for you all through the campaign. They're loyal, Frank. That's something money can't buy.
I'm very grateful.
Let me tell you, this is the one who is really loyal. She stood by you when the going was rough.
Look, I just wanted them to be fair to him, and... You know, I want Frank to have everything that he's worked so hard to get.
Well, Delia, you got it for him. What do you say we go and thank the leaders for their support, huh? And then tell your folks?
Oh, great,
I bet
great.
they're dying to know, huh? Let's go.
Yeah, sure. Let's go and tell the folks.
I don't understand why it's taking so long.
Folks, you can all stop worrying. It's gonna be all right.
Oh, thank heaven for that.
No, Maeve, no. If you're gonna thank anyone, this is one very special wife. This is the lady who saved the day.
Next, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Later, see who's stirring up trouble in Pine Valley on All My Children, only on SoapNet. People are talking about General Hospital's Lucky and Siobhan. D. Hunter Roscoe posted on Facebook, "Finally a love for Lucky. He and Siobhan are great together." Charlotte May adds, "This is great. I hope it works out for these two." Laura Bruno says, "Men are always sexier when they're happy and in love." And Lori McPherson Draper sums it all up. "They are just the cutest couple. Way to go, GH. I love this storyline." People are talking about General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Nutrisystem's Rollback Sales Event. We're rolling back prices to 2003. Now you can lose weight on the new Nutrisystem at our lowest price ever, including 40 gourmet fresh frozen foods you're gonna love.
I'm Marie Osmond, and I lost 50 pounds on Nutrisystem.
You'll get 4 chef-inspired meals a day, like gourmet pizza, stuffed shells, even ice cream for dessert. CBS Money Watch just named Nutrisystem the least expensive meal delivery plan.
I'm Cora. I lost 42 pounds on Nutrisystem.
I lost over 100 pounds and lowered my blood sugar on Nutrisystem D.
Based on the proven science of the glycemic index, Nutrisystem works. And now it can work for you.
That's me, 22 pounds ago, and I'm never going back there again.
Rollback prices on all programs means big savings for everyone. everyone. The new You Revolution just got better. The Nutrisystem Rollback Sales Event is on now, but not for long.
Call 1-888-657-DIET for the best prices on our best programs ever.
It's the time for giving. The time to sum up all your feelings in one special gift for that special someone. So give them a gift they'll never forget. Give them the gift of livestock.
How did you know? It's perfect.
Whatever cause you're passionate about, give it as a gift at changingthepresent.org.
It's time, Erica. Choose a door.
Choices, they are life's constant. Anything is possible, right? The choice to be brave. I have breast cancer. The choice to turn back. I feel like I'm way out of my league. But when life doesn't turn out the way you hoped.
Something awful is going to happen here.
Am I dead? You wonder, did you ever really have a choice? Am I married?
No one gets to see their future. That's not how this works.
The shocking new season begins.
I need to know!
Being Erica premieres this Wednesday at 11, only on SoapNet.
Philip and Melanie's marriage is over.
Thinking about you makes me sick.
Now, are she and Nathan free to let their love bloom?
Stephanie and I are done.
Or will Stephanie nip their romance in the bud?
You ruined everything for me.
Watch Days of Our Lives, weeknights at 6 and 11 on SoapNet. Go to SoapNet.com to sign up for the weekly SoapNet newsletter, the source for all the latest soap news. Enjoy a weekly email with links to photo galleries of your favorite stars, cast comings and goings, storyline sneak peeks, fun quizzes, and the scoop on special events. Sign up now at SoapNet.com.
It's a happier time than I was expecting, I'll tell you that, Charlie.
Oh, it's so good to see a smile on your face again.
It's like winning the election all over again.
Yeah, only sweeter, sweeter. Oh, Dee, that was marvelous the way you spoke up for Frank.
Well, I was waiting for Orion to say something, and then I realized, I'm Orion. I can do it.
You did it very well.
Thank you.
Mind you, Frank, I'd stay out of back alleys if I were you. Nick Zalbo isn't going to like the way this came out.
That isn't the only thing he's not going to like. When I get finished with those 5 buildings, he's going to have summonses for weeks.
Those people are going to get their heat turned back on and the garbage collected. Oh, it was a disgraceful thing what that man was doing.
Seriously, Frank, keep an eye open. Nick's nobody to fool around with.
Okay, Charlie, gotcha.
Somehow this hasn't turned out exactly as I expected.
I know, but isn't it terrific?
You're terrific, I tell you that. You know what I wish?
Uh-huh. Me too.
What does it mean, Charlie, when the leaders don't accept Frank's offer to resign?
Means they're willing to forget the whole thing.
And what about the gossip people talk? I mean, it's bound to happen.
What are they going to talk about, Maeve? Frank's living with his parents, his wife, his babies, recovering from his accident. No one's ever going to see him with Jill Coleridge.
You mean if there's nothing to support the gossip, then it's all going to fade away?
3 months from now, who's going to remember? Well, there's a little more to it than that. See, not accepting Frank's offer to resign is a kind of probation. The thing for Frank in the next few weeks is to preserve his image as a hard-working young lawyer, devoted to his family, and preparing to take his seat on the city council in January.
He's always got to be on his best behavior, right?
Hey, Frank. Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Sure.
I tell you, with this little lady to look after him, I'm sure everything's going to be just fine. Let me tell you, if anyone ever needed a character witness, this is a good one.
My sweetheart.
Frank doesn't look as happy as he could. I wonder why.
Oh, let me see, huh?
Sure.
Hi.
Hello, Mayor.
Aren't you pleased? Aren't you excited?
Well, I guess I'm very lucky. I won the election. I've hung onto my seat in spite of Nick and everything else. And I'm really looking forward to the idea of running for Congress next year.
Sure you are, and you are going to win.
Yeah, there's only one thing.
What?
Delia's trapped me. If I'm going to get any of that, there's no way I can leave her now. I'm caught.